Hey down please, it's Dave Desai. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about two topics. One is a little triggering, so I'll definitely give that warning when we get there. But I want to talk about why Suga isn't allowed to appear in certain music videos, and generally what has been the theory or the rule around that, and around BTS and music videos. And I also want to get into Jin kind of talking about his emotions. This is the slightly triggering thing. He gets more in depth on how he feels lately, so we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's jump into the tea. If you are new here and you're interested in this type of stuff, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified anytime a new video drops. And if you use a hater, allow it to be the first to leave your hate comment. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell also so you can be the first to do so. Now let's jump into it. Now the first thing we're going to get into is this alleged theory. Some people have said that there has been a rule specifically put out by Big Hit. So I don't know if the rule is like written anywhere or anything like that, but it does definitely make a lot of sense. And this is something that people have said that BTS has to follow. So I definitely want to talk about it. Let me hear your opinions on it. We can have the old debate stir. So as popular as BTS is, this is going to mean that everyone's going to want to work with them. Everyone, even ants. Either for clout, like I'm sure that sometimes happens, or some artists would actually like to make good music because they realize that BTS are great singers. So whatever it is, obviously a lot of people would want to work with BTS and sometimes work with the members individually because they have 7 people and it's hard to feature 7 people on a track. For example, you have people like IU or Max who had Suga feature on their track. One of my favorite songs by IU is definitely 8 featuring Suga, and I think IU's voice is just amazing. But with the addition of Suga's part, the song definitely sounds more whole. It's also super catchy. But a lot of people noticed that Suga didn't appear in the official music video. However, there were theories or hints of Suga apparently. But a lot of people actually thought that maybe Suga couldn't make it on set. But I'll get into that a little bit later. People looked into IU's music video and thought that maybe IU's lizard was supposed to represent Suga. And then they realized it was probably more likely that Suga was the passenger on the airplane. And you saw the passenger as Suga's rapping part is happening, so you can definitely assume that it could be Suga. Now, people thought this is because if you look carefully at the passenger, you saw the ring that Suga often wears, the BTS ring that you can all buy. So it's a good guess as any that that would be Suga. Now again, a lot of people thought that Suga or BTS just couldn't make it on set. There is this pandemic going on after all. But I wanted to give this example. Now, I'm not giving this example to compare 2 artists together, but I'm giving this example because there's literally nothing else that I can think of that's as well executed as this one. So now if you aren't aware, Blackpink had their music video Ice Cream. Selena Gomez and Blackpink were in the video, but they were never in the same frame together. Keep that in mind. So they were filmed separately and then edited together to make it like look really good. And honestly, it was done so well. You wouldn't even notice. So why couldn't Suga do something like this maybe? Well, the theory that I was seeing online was saying that BTS or Big Hit has this rule that anytime BTS is doing anything, they have to do everything together. They're a married couple. And unless all of BTS can appear, they won't appear. Could this be true? I have no idea. And I think this is interesting because they do appear in solo projects. However, maybe solo projects don't make people feel like BTS is like splitting up or that they want to do work all by themselves now. A lot of their solo projects just feel like they want to do something fun. But perhaps working with other artists or whatever can appear like they're trying to branch out, like out of BTS. And maybe that's why they don't do it. I don't know. That's just my theory. And same goes when Suga was actually featured on Max's track. A cat appeared instead of Suga. So Big Hit or whatever Max's label is could have done something where they shot it separately and edited it together like Blackpink, but they chose not to do that. Instead, they got a really handsome cat to represent Suga. Now, I wonder if on the title, instead of it saying featuring Suga of BTS, if it said featuring August D, I wonder if he would have been allowed to appear. Just food for thought, honestly. I definitely wanted to see what some people were saying online. One person said, Max said that BTS have a policy where they don't appear in other artists' music videos unless it's all 7 of them. They have this loyalty and respect for each other that no other group has. BTS really said 7 or nothing. I hope ARMYs love all 7 of us, Taeyeon. I wonder if this like rule or whatever it is came from Taeyeon's saying of like BTS is 7, love all of us or you love none of us. It's very good nonetheless. I like the idea of either all or nothing because it makes BTS feel whole. It also makes them feel like expensive, you know? Like exclusive and all that. Because clearly they don't care about like clout, right? They care more about being a unit. I hope that makes sense. I love that a lot of their allegiance to each other is so strong. It really says a lot about the person that they are. Keep in mind, they don't have to blindly listen to Big Hit if they don't agree with what Big Hit is saying. They own a big part of Big Hit. They get a say on what they do, and they chose to do this. It's nice. I like that they have the freedom to do whatever they want to do, and they have the freedom to release the type of music that they want to do. Jin actually recently put out a song. It's called Abyss. Now, this song is a little bit triggering because it goes in depth on how Jin has been feeling. It gets a little bit dark. So randomly out of nowhere, the song Abyss by Jin was posted on Tweetster, and people really loved it. But unless you understood correctly, Korean, it was probably just like another sad or slow song. Another song that sounded really good. But nonetheless, obviously you didn't understand what was being said. But the lyrics recently were translated to English, and the song sounds very much like depression. And I know this feeling well. It sounds like he had something really heavy on his chest for a long time, and it was just kind of holding him down. Like that feeling before you cry. So let me read some of it. I hold my breath and I walk into my ocean. I face myself, crying so beautifully but sorrowfully. Me in that darkness. I want to find you and tell you that today I want to get to know you more. I'm still stuck with myself. My voice won't come out, it only lingers. That place of darkness. I want to sink. I want to reach. I'll be there. Today I circle around you like this again. The closer I get to you, the shorter my breath gets. It looks like you're drifting further away. What if you've gone deeper into the ocean? Yeah, me in that ocean. It almost feels like this conversation that he's having with himself. And of course, it's only like a small part of the song. But the lyrics definitely cut very deep. It's this feeling that I'm sure a lot of you can understand. Jin, of course, talked more formally in depth about the song and what provoked him to make it. It was not planned or anything like that. I don't think it was part of the album promotion. Now, Jin talked about experiencing kind of intense emotions. And emotions that he didn't want to share because he only wanted to share like happy things with ARMY. But like sometimes we go through bad things too, and we want to hear some of the bad things as well. Now, apparently when BTS reached their top #1 on their Billboard, it seemed like Jin suffered from intense imposter syndrome. And no, we ain't about to vote Jin out. He ain't sus, okay? He ain't that type of imposter. But Jin talked about the fact that he felt like he didn't deserve to be recognized as someone who had that achievement. So he went ahead and talked to Bang PD about how he was feeling, and they decided on writing a song and making a song out of his emotions. And it became this beautiful track. I can imagine something like that is very therapeutic. You get to write down all your feelings. You get to really tell everyone without directly telling everyone. And when other people see lyrics like this and they relate to it and you see that they're relating to it, it makes you feel a lot better. Think about this. Someone across the world that is living a completely different life from you, like completely in every possible way, is now relating to these lyrics. It makes it feel like what you're going through is such a normal human thing that everyone goes through, and it's okay. And I guarantee anything you could possibly be going through, there's someone out there that can relate. I mean, even murderers relate to other murderers. So I think your problems, if you're not a murderer, are going to be more generally relatable to the general public. I wanted to see what some people on the tweetster were saying. I feel sad for him. I thought they would be happy with all the love, fame, and money they got, but it was the opposite. They lack happiness. I hope not only Jin, but every member of BTS and every idol to be happy and have a good life. Right? You can never really know what someone is going through and if they are actually happy just from looking on the outside. We see BTS on the outside with all this fame, success, and all that stuff, but it's not always that way on the inside. This is why we need to be kind, and I know that's so cliche to say. It honestly makes you a stronger person to be kind. For some scenarios, it's easy to be kind. But if you're going through awful things and you always feel crummy on the inside, you're a much stronger person if you choose not to take that out on someone else. If you're having a bad day and you choose to still be nice to everyone around you, you're a very strong person because that's not easy to do. I know a lot of people say that other people who bully someone or other people who spread hate, they have hate on the inside, but a lot of people don't actually know what that means. And basically it means that it's easy to have a bad day and take it out on someone else, but it's not easy to show kindness when you're feeling bad. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Leave it down in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'm featuring this comment right here. Thank you so much for leaving comments. As always, I do have a Patreon if you want to go over there and kind of check stuff out. A lot of exclusive content over there that I can't really post on here because it'll get taken down or copyright or things like that. So videos like music video reactions, performance reactions, ship reactions, all that stuff. You can even recommend things over there if you would like. Link is in the top of the description down below. Also, anything you contribute over there gives back to this channel and all that jazz. So I have a video over there explaining that. With that said, there's 2 videos that will appear up on screen at the end of this video. So click on one of those. I'll see you over there. Bye.